Alright, so I have a turn 2 Alchemist Vial to get the card draw going. Hopefully this should be okay. This seems like a functional hand. I got one removal spell, card draw, artifact. Ought to be okay. Opponent starts off with the plains. Looks like we're on Mono White Soldiers, which is a deck that can really run away with a game really quick if you can't match their pressure. And they're pretty chintzy on the land sometimes. Raven Inspector, a soldier, and not a other. Opponent gets in for 2. Gonna end up having to take another hit from the Hawk. I'm gonna be taking 3 next turn. I should be able to stabilize after this, hopefully. Be able to get down the Skyfisher, which will block the War Falcon all day. This soldier deck used to run Journey is its main removal spell, but there is some amount of other type removal spells, like these Javelineers here. A soldier, which is also pretty relevant versus some matchups. So let's go ahead and slam a Skyfisher, pick up an Alchemist Vial, and hope to not die. With a Javelineer, they can make that Hawk trade. They got a Journey here. I'm just taking 1,000,000 to the face. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Going about as I expected. Alright. Let's go ahead. Float a red mana. Play red and white. We're going to play down Seeker of the Way. Then I'm going to tap this for white. Get down a giant hawk. Turn my furnace. And be able to hold up lightning bolt. Granted, I could just lightning bolt the Javelineer out of the way now. But this will give me some reasonable blocks. Even through a Journey. Okay. So let's see which one they go for. Probably the Seeker. Yep. Sure. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. If I can just get stable here. So we'll block here. For some reason my hotkeys aren't working. Bolt the other one. Leave them with 2 1/1s. There we go. Another lightning bolt here is pretty awesome. So we'll play down a Vial. Mr. Vial, if you will. Another land is pretty okay. Play another Hawk. Pick up the Vial. And eat a Javelineer. With a lightning bolt. Yep. Pains my face for 1. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. Rex Clue draws a card. No attacks. I got a Thraben Inspector of my own. So let's go ahead and we'll draw a card. Untapped land is reasonable here. Just gonna play this Skyfisher. Repick up the Vial. Play the gain land and attack for 2. Opponent's got 4 cards in hand. The clock's staring him down in the air. Another Thraben Inspector gets a clue. Immediately cracks it. That seems pretty desperate. Another Hawk. Red, red. Replay the Alchemist Vial. Giant Hawk again. It's nice to be able to stabilize sometimes. Yeah, I'd love to return an artifact, please. Artifact. Replay it again. Palace Sentinel. Alright. Just going to drop a Thraben Inspector, attack for 4 in the air. Palace Sentinel should be able to pretty much lock down the rest of this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could Palace Sentinels and leave up Prismatic Strands. There's a Skyfisher of their own. That's not ideal. There's a Cathar. Another land. We're just going to get ourselves into a standoff. I can leave up Prismatic Strands in case they get risky. But odds are I'm just probably cracking this clue at end of turn. Be nice to start hitting some of my removal instead of some of these lands. Another land for my opponent, up to 4 mana. That's pretty huge for this deck. Yep. They have basically no good attacks right now. Draw a card. Another Thraben Inspector. Not bad, it's a redraw. Apparently I got redraws for days. One, two, three, four, five, six. I'll play the tap land here. I'll crack 1 clue at end of turn, but this will allow me to leave up my Prismatic Strands still. And if they don't attack, I just draw 2 more cards. I'm going to start hitting removal soon. There we go. Once I can get that core Skyfisher out of the way, this is pretty much over. They only got 2 journeys left in the deck. They really don't have a draw engine. So let's get rid of Mr. Skyfisher. Maybe Mrs. Skyfisher, I don't know. Draw a card. Draw a card. Okay. And a Firebolt. Okay. So we can do a lot of damage. Let's go ahead. Play an Alchemist Vial. Draw a card. Seeker's pretty sweet. Just chip for 6. They can't block. Firebolt of Thraben Inspector just to make sure they don't get chippy. And pass. The Vanguard. I have lethal on board. So let's just block, and give up the Inspector's 3 here. See what my opponent does. Blast their face down to 4. Go ahead and serve for 6. Well, there it is, game 1. Alright. So they have a reasonable amount of X1s, but not too terribly many. Power Blast do nothing. Relics do nothing. Navigator's Compass does nothing. So the only real option is some amount of Electrickeries to deal with the Hawks. And this might be a little arrogant, but I don't think I need them. So let's throw it back just as it is. Hopefully this is streaming okay. Please tell me this is streaming okay. Here we go, round 2. And I have 1 land, so we'll ship this back. This looks a lot better. I have a Seeker that can get exiled. I got a turn 2 Thraby Daddy. I got a Bolt for the first bird. Wish I had a turn 1 Thraby Daddy. Really? There it goes. Alright. There's a Javelineer, sure. That's fine. Chips for 2. This turn I'm just going to play a Thraben Inspector, hold up Lightning Bolt. Come on. Wow. Sure. Get my clue. Pass a turn. Talk about lags. No attacks from my opponent. We'll go ahead and bolt the Vanguard. I'm not going to have much of a better target for it. Okay. Mana Tithe it is. Get gotten by the Mana Tithe. Get gotten by the severe lag my computer is giving me right now. Got 2? I did that probably a little bit wrong. I could have played the Core Skyfisher, return the Great Furnace, and then still been able to bolt that. Yep. Point of damage to the face. I'm down to 3 cards in hand, but I'm not too worried about that. Makes their second land drop. 2 mana for Cathar. Sure. I can just play the Seeker here. Probably just get it journeyed. I can play the Core Skyfisher, pick up the land, but then I still can't play anything else. I think I'll just play the Core Skyfisher and pick up the Thraben Inspector. It'll at least force them to have to use a journey here, which is fine. Oh, Skyfisher of their own, okay. Returns a land, I assume. Bone Splitter. Well, that's good news. Now I can Vial. Play the Hawk. Pick up the Vial. Dig myself out of this mulligan. And hopefully be able to take this game over. They're going to suit that up. I'm just going to double block it. Opponent. Debating whether or not they're suiting that up. Oh, okay. Was a Hawk worth half a... Alright, well, I'm definitely taking 4 here. We'll double block the Skyfisher. I don't know in what world I don't double block the Skyfisher there. Oh, and then they don't even kill my Hawk. Okay. Forgotten Caves is nice. It is. So we're gonna... Yeah. Gonna go ahead and serve with both of these. One of them I shouldn't have. The Hawk should be dead. My opponent ordered the damage wrong. His next turn... I mean, I even have the option of trading? Squad Hawk. Okay. Well, they're going to have about 1 million flyer blockers. Almost makes me wish I had Mana Tithe of my own. Opponent draws the squad. Gets in. There's one dead Cathar. And the Thraben Inspector will be able to eat it on the backswing. Gets it back. It's a 2-1 that can't block. That's fine. Palace Sentinels. Do I just slam that this turn? Let's see. Next turn they can play 1 more Squadron Hawk, but I'm going to start drawing removal spells. The Alchemist Vial will get me the lifelink I need to get going. I could still attack with the Palace, or the Seeker of the Way. Or I can just draw a card off from Alchemist Vial. No reason to do it main phase. Let's go. Attack for 2. Opponent can't block anyways. The 2-4 will force them to have to play a journey. If they have it. Because they definitely can't chop that down. Well, I guess they can equip that up and then it's a trade. Which is fine. I'm still getting card advantage. Another mountain's pretty okay. Opponent has 3 mana. So they can equip. And attack. There's an armor. So it's a good thing I didn't bring in the electriceries. 1 mana to equip. Make it a 4-2. Oh, okay. 3-2 in the air. So I guess they're gonna eat a Hawk this turn. Why on earth would you make that attack? Block. Block? Sure. Another Alchemist Vial. Let's gain a little bit of life. Come on. There we go. as my clock ticks away from my lag. Draw a card off the Alchemist file. Prophetic Prism. Play another Alchemist file. Deck for 4, 5, 6. Drop a Thraben Inspector. Another land isn't bad. Well, I say drop another Thraben Inspector, but it's redrop the same Thraben Inspector. I'm back up to 18. And I got a chump blocker for their armor. Although I probably just eat it. Oh, Journey's good. Journey's good. That should pretty much finish it off. They can play a Hawk. Journey will trigger my Seeker. They can go ahead and play another Hawk. And I could just Journey it out of the way and hit for 5 again. Because probably the play is to play and equip the Hawk. Depending on what other 4 cards my opponent has in hand. Obviously, they haven't made a land drop in a lot of turns, so they have 7 cards. There's the Hawk. There's the equip. Alright, no attacks from my opponent. Journey to Nowhere the Hawk. Probably play the Prophetic Prism 2, trying to draw another removal spell. Gain land. Back up 19. My opponent scoops it up. Playing the Prism and a Sweening Out was just going to be lethal. 2, 4, 5. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been lethal, but they would have had nothing left. That's game 1. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing. You can follow me on Twitter @GeekLukeG. This is Couch Troll Brewing.